Good afternoon. We will do introductions a little later in the afternoon when we come back for our orientation. We're getting ready to do our breakout sessions, but I'll just introduce myself. I'm Mac Lacey, and I publish Select Traveler magazine. I hope you're all getting it and enjoying it. Before we have our breakout session today, I want to introduce your sponsor, and Lucas Bialecki is with Fathom Cruises, and join me in welcoming Lucas Bialecki with Fathom Cruises. Come on up, Lucas.
Hey, I gave him a tough last name for the first presentation, so well done. So good afternoon, everyone. Happy Super Bowl day. Who's excited for tonight? All right, I think we're gonna have a good time. So I know I will. So thank you for joining us at Select Traveler, and for those of you that don't know Fathom Cruises, please do come by our booth over the next couple of days. Federal Express was supposed to have packages delivered yesterday for us, so we have more tchotchkes coming tomorrow at some point. So I will explain briefly what Fathom is, and then if you want, we can have some more time to chat later. We are very different from really any cruise line in the entire industry. We offer a 7-night program out of Miami. We cruise every other week to Cuba and every other week to the Dominican Republic. We are the first cruise line in over 50 years to legally bring Americans to Cuba from the United States. And in the DR, we're doing something completely different in offering what we call impact travel. So instead of just kind of hanging out at the pool or at the beach, you can help support and give back to the local people and be involved with what we call impact activities. So I will show you a short video to give you a little snapshot of what that's about.
Where do I start?
So anxious to get this day rolling.
I'm a school teacher. I got my degree in education, and these kids that had such a desire to learn.
The kids are very welcoming, and they actually performed a song in English for us, and we sang together and laughed together and actually did some written work.
That was fantastic.
Impact travel to me means making a difference, touching someone's life.
I have no words to express. I mean, I've never done anything like this before.
It's really doing something for the community.
You're really making a difference. It's not just talk. It's not an idea. It's a reality.
I can sum up with one word: family. Loving and nurturing and caring.
These babies you see, there's a great need. I'm not a doctor, so I can't save a life in that way, but if I can contribute something as simple as water and save a life.
El beneficio de que uno puede tener con el filtro ahora, de que uno puede ahorrarse el dinero para comprar la leche, los pampers y a sacarlo al niño al médico, comprar la medicina y cosas así.
We're here to enjoy ourselves, but at the same time, give.
Feel this energy, this compassion, this connection that you get.
How can you not fall in love with that?
So I'm sure many of you have been to the Dominican Republic before, but I highly doubt you've been to the DR like this. It's really a phenomenal experience. Our home is on our little ship called the Adonia. It holds 700 travelers. So how many of you have cruised before? Almost all of you. Okay. So a 700 passenger ship is actually quite small compared to some of the newer ships that now hold 5,000 to 6,000 people. Beautiful ship. It's about a 4 to 4.5 star level. So very comfortable for the 7 nights that we're on board. So as I mentioned, every other week we cruise from Miami to the Dominican Republic. Unlike most cruises that go from port to port to port, we stay at one port of call just outside Puerto Plata called Amber Cove, and we're there for 3 nights, 3.5 days. So you can really get in deep with the local culture and the people of the DR. And as you saw in the video, we include what are called these impact activities. Most of these activities last a half a day, so that you have the rest of your day to hang out and relax or do additional sightseeing. So it's not all work and no play. And really, I wouldn't even use the word work when describing these impact activities. They're extremely rewarding, and you just come back feeling like, wow, I did something special here that is really making an impact on the local community in the DR, and they love the Fathom travelers that come through. Great for families as well. We took our 2 small children, 8 and 10 years old, in October, and talk about an eye-opening experience for our children to have. It was really phenomenal. And then every other week we go to Cuba, and we are the, as I mentioned, first cruise line in over 50 years to legally bring Americans to Cuba from the United States. We are the only cruise line that is circumnavigating the entire island and cruising from Miami. So for a 7-night cruise, you have 4 full days on land. You have 2 days in Havana, 1 day in Cienfuegos, and 1 day in Santiago de Cuba. So Havana, of course, is very famous, the capital city. A lot going on there, very vibrant and colorful. Very easy to rent one of these old 1950s cars with a driver for the entire day and go off and explore independently if you'd like. What's great about Fathom is we include sightseeing every single day. So you don't have to pay extra for the sightseeing. We include it every day. And then we do have some optional activities in addition to that if you'd like to experience even more. Cienfuegos is known as the Pearl of the South. It's actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Very beautiful, quite a bit smaller than Havana, so easier to walk around and explore. And again, we include sightseeing there as well. And then our final port of call is Santiago de Cuba. And this has more of a African history and culture, and it's Cuba's 2nd largest city. So there's a lot to see there, and again, we have a full day in Santiago before sailing back to Miami. So we cruise every Sunday, every single week. We leave Sunday afternoon and we come back to Miami the following Sunday morning. We now have a new itinerary, and I don't have a slide for it, unfortunately, but it combines both destinations. So we actually do 1 day in Santiago de Cuba, and the rest of the time we're in the Dominican Republic. So if you want, you can experience both on one cruise, which is great. My only, I should say, asterisk to this whole thing is that we are owned by the Carnival Corporation, and Carnival has decided that after May of 2017, this year, Fathom will no longer be offering a 7-day travel experience. So May 28th is actually our last sailing to Cuba. May 21st is our last sailing to the Dominican Republic. After that, we're transitioning to a shore excursion company that offers impact activities like we currently do in the DR to the other Carnival sister ships that come into Amber Cove. So if you ever sail with a group with Carnival, Holland America, Princess, or P&O cruises in the DR, instead of snorkeling for the day, you can go and volunteer at a women's cooperative and help give back and support the local community. And the plan is that we'll expand to other destinations beyond the Dominican Republic very soon. So keep a lookout for that. It's somewhat sad news for us at Fathom because we love what we do. I have to say, if you do want to have this experience, now is the time to go. We have cruises starting as low as $299 per person for a 7-night experience. So I know that's not much time to get a group together, but if you do want to talk to me about that, come by our booth, grab my business card, and I'd be happy to help you with that. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope you guys have a great conference, and we'll see you tonight watching the football game. Thank you very much.